The Golden State Warriors just sent a message to the NBA last night with this really good draft class, and they didn't even have any first round picks, but they've added some really good talent late in this draft, and I wanted to show you guys in this video exactly what they just did. Before we dive into a bunch of film on these new guys, Alex 2A, as well as some other guys as well, right? You got Will Richard and Chance McMillan. Before we dive into these guys' film, I want you guys to comment down below a letter grade for the draft class, right? The undrafted free agents, the second round picks. What do you think about these guys specifically? And do you think they can contribute on day one? I honestly think Alex Tui might be able to really come in here and be like, you know, a really solid role player in a year or two. Maybe even this year. We'll see what happens. But before we dive in, let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and let's dive into the video. The first thing we're going to notice here about Alex 2A is his ability to never give up on a play. He's got a relentless motor, and he's willing to do whatever it takes. On this possession, gets a nice little block in transition on his opponent, right? But he does this all the time. His effort level is something I like as a 6'8" wing player. He's got a great skill level both offensively and defensively. He knows how to rotate. Look at him get a steal here, get out into transition, and then ultimately be able to make a move for an easy and one. This is a guy I really like, and let's just break down the film. Now, he's also very good off the ball, which makes me believe that him playing with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, potentially Jimmy Butler could be really scary for opposing teams in the NBA. So first thing we notice here is they double team that big down low, which means the defense is instantly put in what we like to call a blender. Now they're stuck in rotation. So as we kick the ball out to the top, now they're forcing rotation from the top of the key. And once he sees that, now we have a clear lane to the basket. Look at this play here. We swing it, we rotate the defense. Now we get behind the defense and we get an open lane to the basket. Very good off-ball cutter with that 6'8" frame. This guy could be a really good NBA player with just the IQ alone. I think he could develop into a good player. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar. I'm not saying he's going to come in and be a day one starter, but the potential is there, and it's something that we notice every time we turn on the tape. Now, here's another one. Bring the ball up here in transition. Look at him break down his defender, get into the lane, and then finish at the basket. Again, being 6'8", having the ability to put the ball on the floor, very, very useful here, and that could translate into the NBA pretty much right away. Another thing about Alex 2A is he also can shoot the three ball. Man, good looking three-point shot, and he can shoot from the mid-range. He can create his own space for his shots. He doesn't have elite speed by any means, but man, he can shoot the rock. Look at this play here. Once again, his IQ telling him, okay, let me go to the open part of the floor here. Let me fill the space, right? And then ends up getting a wide open opportunity. I love the way he can move off the ball, and I think he could be a tremendous help for this offense going into next season. And with that 6'8" frame, he's not a liability defensively. It's not too often you see these guys, you know, fall into the second round. Yeah, there are some things that he will need to improve on. But man, he's got good IQ, and I think his ability alone to understand the game of basketball is really going to help him succeed at the next level. I don't know when it will be, but I do believe it will happen, man. I do. Again, he's not extremely fast. You don't see elite speed or anything like that. That's just not him. But he can still take advantage. Look at that. And one. Amazing. All right, and then they also brought in Will Richard in the second round as well. He's another guy that is solid off the ball, right? His movements, his energy, everything is really well. We fake a DHO here, right? As we're faking that dribble handoff with the big, we want to see if our guy can overcommit trying to get around that screen. And instead of using it, we want to, boom, cut this thing baseline. He does a beautiful job. The big's able to find him, and then, right, we got a center kind of boxing out, clearing out that baseline for him, and he ends up getting an easy little layup here underneath the basket. Great job by Will Richard. Another thing about him is because he can shoot the three ball, a lot of teams tend to run him off the three-point line, essentially giving him a lane to the basket just like this one. He also can fly, man. This dude is in a, I mean, that ball goes in twice, okay? Have you seen this before? This guy dunks it, and then he makes the layup right after. Look at this. One more time, right? Dunks it, it comes back up and goes back in. I mean, this dude is making 2 shots in 1. Okay, now obviously that doesn't matter. But again, this is a guy I like, again, because they're running him off that 3-point line. They're they're allowing him to send this thing baseline. And again, his explosiveness is one thing that, you know, man, up and under, beautiful. I mean, he's got NBA style finishing ability around the basket. So definitely excited about that. Here's another one. Nice little pass to his big off the pick and roll. Another one in the corner, pull up 3. We know he can hit threes. Beautiful job. Will Richard is, you know, one of my favorite underrated prospects in this year's NBA draft. Will he be a day 1 contributor? I'm not too sure. He has a lot of developing that he's going to need to do. But you definitely do not want to leave this guy open for 3. And you definitely don't want to let him get a full steam of you know, space to the basket, because he will make you pay. He will. Now, before we get any further into this video, guys, do me a big favor. Hit that like button if you want more Warrior updates throughout the entirety of this offseason. We're going to be covering not only Summer League, but training camp, preseason, and we're going to be covering the regular season as well. So basically, film analysis for everything. Make sure you guys subscribe. Again, it is free. It doesn't cost a thing to join the family, and you guys can always unsubscribe later if you guys don't enjoy the videos, the content. Also, if you want a part 2 to this video where we break down even more of the guys that they've added throughout UDFA and undrafted free agency, let me know by commenting down part 2. And with that being said, let's get into the last player that they added, Chance McMillan. Alright guys, last one to talk about, Chance McMillan. Interesting prospect. He's about 6'3", 6'4", 185 pounds, a senior out of Texas Tech. I believe he was a 5th-year senior as well, so has played a lot of collegiate basketball. He was actually likely to be undrafted, so that's the case here. Now, he is a good shooter from deep, okay? So if you give this guy any space at all, even off the dribble, this guy's going to make you pay. And because, just like Will Richard, because he can shoot the 3 ball, teams tend to overplay that 3 ball and give him space. He's also a super athlete where he's got great acceleration. Look at this, right? Boom. Drives right by the big, quick and 1. Beautiful job. And I truly do like his ability to score the ball. Now, again, this is another play I liked. Wanted to show you guys this one. We're running a floppy play. Again, essentially what that means is we're setting a screen here, and we're having them come all the way off this thing. Just utilize your screeners, right? Come off this thing, stop on a dime. Boom, pull up, shoot, 0 hesitation at all. Gets it to go. Again, really good shooter. Terrific free throw shooter as well. Not a terrible rebounder for his size. Obviously not going to average 10 rebounds a game by any means. But here's another one, right? He's a guy that you're probably going to want to use as specific corner. Maybe 3-point shooter. Utilize some plays for him in the Summer League to get him open, get him moving. I do think he could be a good little Summer League player for them. Is he going to make it in the NBA? That is yet to be seen. I have no idea. He has a lot of work to do, okay? He's got a lot of work to do. He's got to prove himself. He doesn't have, you know, that elite athleticism that a lot of these guys that are drafted have. He doesn't have the ability to really play make too often in terms of finding his teammates open. He's more of a guy that's, hey, get me the ball and I'll score, which is good, right? But we'll see how he does. I do like the addition. I think it's a low risk, potential, high reward scorer. We'll see what he can do in Summer League. Guy that can really score the ball, sharpshooter. All right, makes sense for the Warriors. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.